long weekend.
Yes, it's going to be Family Day. Maybe that's what we could have.
You're forgetting the most important one. What? Valentine's Day.
Hello.
Today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, it is Valentine's Day today.
You're like the closest thing to a girlfriend or boyfriend I have.
Same here.
The most important thing is John's birthday.
Oh, when's that?
Sunday.
Oh, happy
birthday.
That's a big weekend for you. Valentine's, Family Day, birthday.
And because it's my birthday, you will all get Monday off.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to have an actual gift for us, like a loot bag.
I'm going to be doing magical mushrooms in Toronto.
Oh, my God. Really?
I can't top that.
Wow.
I think I am.
That's exciting. I haven't done those in a long time.
I know. Make you feel like you're a kid again. I mean, a consenting adult again.
But today is Valentine's Day. You know, I really love Valentine's Day.
Do you?
I think it's because of this one episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch where Raquel Welch played her aunt and she came in and it was Valentine's Day and it was like the most fabulous episode ever. And I've always been in love with Valentine's Day. And also as a kid, my mom always would get us gifts like it was Christmas.
Is it weird for your parents to send you Valentine's Day stuff?
Yeah. I
Really?
don't know.
My mom has always done that for me too.
I know. I don't think it's weird. Well, now, like, if she sent me like a card with hearts on it and stuff, that would be a little
Really?
odd. But actually, no, because she still does.
It's a day to celebrate love.
Yeah, it doesn't
whether
mean
that be the
sexual
love.
love.
Yeah.
I like the card from Mom. I find the gift card for Pornhub to be a little strange.
You need a gift card for Pornhub? I thought that shit was free.
Oh, there's a premium section.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have a very interesting story coming up later on the episode about a guy who's famous, Pornhub famous.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Are we starting with... No, we're not.
No, we're
Because
not.
we're starting with Valentine's Day.
We are
But do you
starting
have
with
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day
Day.
plans?
I'm going to be heading to Toronto.
Oh, nice.
To do magical mushrooms.
Right, you just said that.
Yep.
I'm working at Yuck Yuck, so if you want to come take me out, that's where I'll be tonight. Yuck Yucks.
Yuck, yuck. That's what people say when they ask about my dating life.
That's
yuck,
right.
Yuck, 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 yuck.
I begged them for it to be on the show so I didn't have to sit at home lonely.
Oh, you have your dogs.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So there's a website that's called fitsmallbusiness.com. They went through a bunch of social media posts to find the worst Valentine's Day gifts that people have ever received.
Oh, awesome.
So here's the top 10.
Can I guess one? I feel like some of these are going to be crossover with Christmas, like what not to get for Christmas. Gym membership. That's my first
Nope.
guess. It's not on the list?
Nope.
Chocolates. No. Who doesn't want chocolate?
Hello, right?
Okay, I give up.
Okay. So here are some of the worst Valentine's Day gifts ever given. In at number 10, a toilet seat.
Oh, that's just stupid.
Not unless it was one of those Japanese toilet seats that like heats, also shoots water up your hoo-ha.
Or maybe, what if it was shaped like a heart? Maybe it's like pink and shaped like a Valentine's heart, and that's like a gag gift, but like not. Like it's like a decoration.
It could work.
Yeah. Then it would be okay. That's cute.
Ooh, number 9.
But why would you spend? That would be like $50. How much are toilet seats? So why are you spending $50 on a pink
toilet
heart-shaped toilet seat? I'd rather the $50. Thank you. Give me the paper.
Or one of those Japanese toilets.
Or what? Well, that's more than 50.
Yeah, those ones are expensive.
Yeah.
But they do look pretty wicked awesome.
Yeah, they are.
Wicked awesome.
Have you ever used a
Wisconsin much?
Yeah. No, that's Boston.
Okay.
bidet? Have you ever used a bidet?
No.
Me neither. Other than when, like, you know, you drop a turd and it splashes by.
Yes.
I would love to use a bidet, but
Yeah.
like all these little modifications you can do for your toilet for a bidet,
Yeah.
it runs off the same water line that your toilet.
Yeah, but it's
That's
clean.
clean
cold,
water.
But it's cold water.
And also, and it's water that poo has been sitting in. So you're going to tell me.
No. It's coming from the plumb.
It's from the tank?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, before it gets to the tank, it's coming from the wall.
And poo water never touches. But
No.
poo water still doesn't touch the tank water.
Right.
It's just the bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't want cold water. I want something warm.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't found a way to heat them.
Right?
Okay. Are you guys done now?
But apparently bidets are very good for you. You don't get those anal fissures that Howard Stern
Right.
always talks about by wiping too roughly.
Just don't wipe rough.
And don't use crap toilet paper.
Right. Oh, the stuff at work literally dissolves in your hand.
Ugh.
So gross.
Have you ever poked right through?
Oh, yes, when I've had fake nails.
Oh no,
Ow.
that's disgusting. No wonder there's shit under people's nails. That's
well,
how
you
it
just
gets
gotta
there.
clean them like you clean your nails really well.
Gross.
Yeah.
Baby wipes are your friend.
Number 9, worst Valentine's Day gift giver ever gave someone funeral arrangements.
Oh Jesus.
Which is interesting because my dad scanned me his will the other day.
That's right. with no explanation.
Nothing. And then I wrote back, I was like, this is fucking dark. Like, what? They're about to go on a trip to Argentina.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? He's like, your mother insisted. Couldn't you give me a heads up before scanning it over to me?
Well, knowing your dad, it makes perfect
I
sense.
know.
But you're right. You should write like, don't worry, I'm okay. Like, because I'd think they're sick or something.
Right.
Like, oh God.
Yeah, I'd want a little explanation before I read that PDF. Thank you.
No shit. My parents are so messed up.
However, funeral arrangements are very expensive.
And they're a big pain in the butt. So when people, like my grandmother, when she passed away, had everything planned and taken care of, and it was a huge relief for the family.
Yeah. They say, you hear those commercials on the radio. Who listens to that? And they talk about how you should plan your own funeral.
Right.
That way you get it the way you want, and it takes the burden off your loved
And
ones.
you pay for it because they're super expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, someone got tweezers for Valentine's Day.
Don't put them up your dick.
We're still on that.
Maybe it was some chick that wanted to let her boyfriend know he's got a really small penis that she can only use tweezers to pick it up.
Don't want no short
See, now
dick, man.
that is a mom Valentine's gift.
No.
Yes, my mom gives like a bag of stuff from Shoppers. So like when you look at it that way, okay, fine, but not from your romantic partner.
This seems
And if you get that from your romantic, he's saying like, what are you,
Tweeze your-
Argentinian? Like tweeze your eyebrows, bitch. You know,
Tweeze yourself.
or maybe down there. No, you don't
Ow.
tweeze down. Why'd you hold your
Could you?
chest?
Because like I don't know.
Have you ever had to tweeze a chest hair, Jenna?
Yes. Many chest hairs.
Oh, really?
No, girls don't get chest hair.
Oh, I've seen some.
Okay.
You know, well, like dark Italian women. Like I'm telling you, Kim Kardashian's had a chest hair for sure.
I'm sure she's had hair around her nipples like everyone gets.
Right. That's your
Yeah.
chest.
This is, I thought, would be a great Valentine's Day present and super cute, but apparently it's not. Clothing for two, so like a two-person Snuggie or sweater.
That could be fun.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
They're saying that's a shitty gift?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, maybe if you get the one with the poop emoji on it or the Big Macs,
Those are awesome.
I guess. Eggplant. Yeah, that one, we disagree with that one, List.
That Gwyneth Paltrow lady parts candle.
Has yours arrived yet, John?
Dog treats
Did you
for
see
a
the meme-
person who doesn't have a dog.
Oh.
Sorry?
We've moved on. Carry on.
Dog?
Well, no, now we need to know.
Did you see the meme that I had posted for I bought my Gwyneth Paltrow candle at the wrong time of the month, and it was like white candles all
Ew.
covered in red wax.
Oh. Ew. And what would that one smell like?
Oh,
Gross. What was the one you just said?
Dog treats for a person who doesn't have a dog.
So I saw this thing on Facebook about a dog food company has a marketing campaign where their employees will film themselves eating the dog food because they're trying to prove if it's good enough for a human, it's good enough for your dog.
Sure.
And they're like, it's delicious. And I'm just like, oh my God, I just can't get over the fact that it's for a dog.
Have you ever tried dog food?
Yes, on a dare. I was a dog treat because you know how good they smell. They do not taste the way they smell.
they don't smell good at all. What is
I think they do. Like the bacon flavored milk bones. Come on.
No.
Are you crazy?
Yes.
You're a cat
But that's a
person.
whole other conversation. I'm not a cat person.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Very much a dog guy.
parents of the world, this is what happens when you feed your kid that pre-made bacon their whole childhood.
Those
as
bacon
they grow up
bits.
thinking dog treat smells like good meat.
Oh
It
my
smells
God, you're
nothing
right.
like bacon.
Okay, what about the canned dog food? I haven't tried the actual the food, but I think it smells really good. I do.
Coming up on a Facebook Live, Jesse's going to try canned dog
Hey,
food.
maybe, but I think it can give you worms.
Let's get Rookie back in here for that.
Yeah, I'd be into that. Oh no,
Would you just
Yeah.
lick it?
Maybe. Well, we'd have to Google if it would give you worms first. I would eat the one that's in this video I'm talking about. I don't know which dog food company it is, but apparently you can eat some of them.
Okay.
But that is a stupid gift. Who's given that? That's if you want to be dumped. Well, no, you don't even have a dog. Why
What would you rather get than a dog treat or a possibly rabid wild squirrel given to you on Valentine's
This is
Day?
a joke list. This is a joke list. That's so stupid.
This was also a gift that I would be very happy about. A Wendy's drive-through meal.
Sure. Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad about
No.
that.
But that's also, you would be mad if that was presented to you as your Valentine's Day gift. If you buy
Right.
me a Wendy's meal on Valentine's Day, fine. But that's not my gift.
Right.
Yeah.
The worst gift to give someone on Valentine's Day is a breakup.
Oh.
A survey from last year found that 7% of people have been dumped by someone on Valentine's Day.
Cold-blooded.
I've been dumped many, many times, but never on Valentine's Day. But I've also never celebrated a Valentine's Day with a loved one, with a
Oh,
partner,
really?
like a
You've never had a
boyfriend.
boyfriend that's over a year?
No, nope.
Oh,
Well, yeah, but we never celebrated Valentine's Day.
well, and that's why they broke up. You know, February 13th is National Breakup Day. You know those stupid
Right.
national days?
Because I'm too cheap to buy a gift, so I'm bailing a day early.
But I would think they would put it like a week before, but with a day before, that's heartless too. I don't know.
They just don't want to buy the gift. There's a lot of people that break up right before Christmas, too.
Well, if you are on the verge of breaking up, I get it, because when you go into a romantic holiday like Valentine's Day, it's like, ugh, it could feel so much more icky if you know you're not into the relationship.
Right.
So I get it, kind of.
I don't think it's the gift giving that you have to do on Valentine's Day. It's just the all around pressure that makes people that were already thinking about breaking up that extra, like, push to break up.
Yeah. There is a lot of pressure on Valentine's Day, unless you just look at it as a day to eat cinnamon hearts. That's what Johnny Novak says.
Right.
All Valentine's Day is a day to shove as many cinnamon hearts in your mouth as you can.
What would be
that.
your
Me too.
ultimate Valentine's Day?
Well, it would be like a romantic winter night in the woods in a cabin with a fire and red wine. I've never thought about this before.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I'm like, really, Jesse?
But last Valentine's Day, you know, I was like new into my new single life and I was alone and lonely. So this guy I had been talking to, I was like, okay, it's Valentine's Day. You're not doing anything. Come over. Let's fuck. And I was like, I just didn't want to be alone on Valentine's
Right.
Day. So I wore like a bright red shirt and got all into it. And it was the worst hookup I've ever had. So don't use Valentine's Day as an excuse to do anything.
To give call up that person.
Yes, don't do it.
Right.
Just because you're lonely.
I have no one to call but you on Valentine's
no
Day when
promises.
I'm drunk and lonely.
Actually, you know what? YOLO, like we were saying on Monday. YOLO. You know what? If you want to call someone up, do it.
Yep.
Because now I got a good story out of that night, actually. And I still talk to him occasionally. Oh, he actually has moved on and he's got a wonderful rich boyfriend now he just moved in with. So I'm like, oh, great.
He's not bitter at all, hey?
I'm still single and live in the same basement. Hi. Glad you're well.
But I'm the roving DJ on
That's
Saturdays
right.
at
Thank
the Rio
you.
Canal.
That I am. Thanks, Jenna.
That's the coolest freaking thing.
It is. DJ Night's last one is tomorrow night. The early 2000s. Bow chicka bow wow. You know, Britney's going to be there. Oh, and they made one of the snowmen look like Britney Spears. Did you see that?
She didn't look like Britney at all. She just looked like a slut.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. Old school Britney. Baby one more time, Britney, because Britney these days.
Oh, the Britney that I met.
Oh, John. You'll never let me forget. I don't want to forget because now I have like 1 degree of separation, really.
She was wearing like khakis and like a blue denim shirt. It
well,
was
and it
so...
wasn't it before she was actually really
Yeah,
famous.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, but that's even cooler in a way. People always want to talk about celebrities before they were really famous. Like Lady Gaga, you don't want to know about Gaga. You want to know about Stephanie,
Yeah.
you know?
Was it Stephanie or Stefani?
Oh, I don't know. Germanata.
Whatever.
Anyway, back to me. DJ Nights, come out tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. on the canal. It's going to be so fun.
Hopefully it won't be too cold for you.
Oh, last weekend was brutal.
I'm so glad you posted the video of that, though, because it gives a real sense of what
Yeah.
you're doing, and it's really super cute.
I'm the Pied Piper of the canal.
Yeah.
Okay, you're done? Mm-hmm. All right. Speaking of Valentine's Day, the day after you can get discount chocolate, but that might add to your weight. Just like the owl in our next story. Extremely obese owl rescued after becoming too fat to fly.
Aw.
Remember that picture I showed you of the owl's legs when they lift up the feathers?
Yeah,
The
they have
weirdest
really
looking
long
thing.
legs.
Really long legs. Not this one, anyway.
Owls,
So-
you know, I really don't like birds. But owls are kind of different for me. They're not really birds.
They're beautiful.
well, I thought they were mammals. Are they not?
I don't think so. Let me
'Cause they're
look.
meat eaters, are they not?
Are owls mammals?
They certainly hunt mice.
They hunt mice.
Mammals have hair or fur and give birth to live young. Mammals do not lay eggs, and mammals do not have feathers. An owl is a bird, not a mammal.
Okay. Jeez, Google, you don't have to be so
Google with an
harsh
attitude.
about it. God. Well, I guess that makes sense because there's a lot of birds that eat meat, actually. Hawks, right?
Yeah, there's birds, fish. They eat fish.
Birds of prey.
Right.
All
You have
right.
seagulls that eat anything and
Yeah.
everything. I hate seagulls.
Oh, they're the worst, eh?
If you go out and shoot seagulls, I'm going to give you
Woo!
props.
Okay.
But they're useless, aren't they? Aren't they bad birds because
Well-
they encroach on other birds' territories?
And they eat those cute little fish.
No, they don't. They eat garbage off of, and they
Yeah.
attack you when you're on the beach having a good
Oh
time.
yeah. Speaking of obese birds, they're obese. I've seen obese seagulls for sure.
I do think that they're a bird that like you shouldn't have around. What are they called?
Scavenger,
No, because they encroach on other birds' habitat and eat their food, and they're harmful for
Like the
them.
black
Like they're
squirrels.
completely pointless. They have no purpose on life, like wasps.
well, everything. Oh yeah. Well, wasps are pollinators too.
Are they?
Yeah, but not as much as bees, but they do help.
Why
a
are we
little.
trying to be Steve Irwin here? I don't know.
Hey, I swear I'm not the only person listening that thought maybe owls were mammals. So we taught somebody something.
Okay.
We're educational, damn it. So this fat owl,
That needs to be a T-shirt too.
yeah, was in England, cheerio, and she fell out of a tree. She got so fat, her nest couldn't hold her anymore. She fell out of this tree. So the firemen went to help her, and this conservation group came to rescue her. But the interesting thing about it was, well, first of all, she was 3 times the weight of an average owl. 3 times.
What is she eating?
So, think of a human. If you were double 2 of you, that's pretty damn fat. But to be 3 people?
Right.
Wow. So this owl was 3 times the size of a normal owl. But they said she didn't have a metabolic problem or a thyroid issue. She was just really good at hunting.
Yeah, girl, get it.
They said this owl was extremely successful and had done well for herself because in animal land, fat still equals success because
Right.
the more you can eat, the better you're doing.
Jeez.
So isn't that crazy? So they helped her lose weight and now she's been freed. Probably.
But
didn't
if she was
start
so
over.
chunky, how was she good at hunting? Like she must have started moving
True.
slower.
Yeah, good point.
Someone's feeding that owl.
Well, I guess she got. Oh.
Or she found
People do that too.
a barn that has a ton of rodents
mice.
in it.
Yeah.
And she just goes there and just picks them off one by one by one.
I didn't realize people fed owls until, because we've got Conroy Dog Park is not far from here, and we used to walk the dog through there, and you're walking through the woods, and there's like these little mesh bags of like turkey and chicken meat, and I'm thinking,
Oh my God.
we've got a coyote problem, and people are putting meat out here, and then it was brought to my attention, and I actually got some really nice photographs of some owls. People were luring owls in with the
to
bags
get
of meat.
photos,
Yeah.
probably.
Probably.
Wow, I didn't know
Well,
that.
and I
Yeah.
guess maybe just to feed them to make sure. Because
And don't do that to get photos of owls.
Yeah.
That's mean.
Are they endangered?
Aren't a lot of them endangered?
I know the
or-
snowy owl is.
Yeah.
Sandy Sharkey's got some great pictures too.
But I mean, you see it too. People will go out there with fishing lines, and they'll cast with a little a mouse as bait, and they'll drag it through the snow just to bait the owl.
Oh my God.
But I mean, the owl's acting on its instincts to hunt, so
Yeah,
that you
it's
can get
gonna go.
Yeah, so you can get a picture, then you walk away and take the no. Don't do that.
So that's for sure what's happening to this owl then. I didn't
Right.
know people did that. So for sure people were feeding her. But what this article said, though, that I found interesting was they tried to make an argument for overweight humans, saying that people that are overweight shouldn't be judged so harshly because clearly it's an animal instinct to keep eating if food is available to you.
I have that problem. People keep putting bags of food in front of me.
But dogs are like that too, right? Dogs don't have the off switch.
Right.
So I'm like,
But
it's an interesting,
But humans have critical thinking.
I guess.
Humans should know that
It's
if
bad
I'm
for
going
you.
through the McDonald's drive-through for the 3rd time today,
I may
that
have a
this is
problem.
not
Yeah.
good for me.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, fine.
They have the
Use your brain, humans.
whether they listen to themselves or not
Yeah.
is a whole other thing. There was interesting too is in the States. I was doing this weird psychology class there, and they made us go to like different areas depending on how much money they make. Different income areas,
Yeah.
and count the fast food restaurants within a certain radius.
Oh yeah, you told us this one before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of it. So I think it's more of an addiction than
And in the
maybe
low income
a
areas,
thing to do with hunting.
it was way more popular.
In the lower income area, there wasn't as many fast food restaurants.
Oh.
Because in the States, you can feed a family of 10 off of $10.
Gotcha.
If you go to the dollar menu.
So there were more.
Right, yes.
You say wasn't.
And I think it's a way of keeping the lower class in that lower class area because they're providing them with horrible food
Yeah.
and they get addicted to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is it to use a marketing term, a supply and demand thing?
Well, there's a bit of both probably.
Right.
But that's a good point too.
I don't
Ugh.
think the demand would be that high if they didn't have access to that much fast food where they could actually afford to feed their family off of.
Because you know what? There's grocery stores fluctuate greatly. Like we talk about this all the time between Food Basics, Walmart, the new one, Adonis. I still haven't been there.
I went
I've
there
never heard
today.
of that.
It was so fun.
It's a new Greek big superstore.
It's up on Saint Laurent,
I
right next
did
to
hear
food.
about that.
I went there today, and it's awesome. It's absolute. I'm just going to nerd out because I love olives this much, but their olive bar is like 2 counters long.
Cool.
I gotta go. The garlic stuff.
And it smells so good, and they make their own stuff in house.
Yeah, it's like a local guy has started this, right?
Oh, did he? I don't know.
I love it. It's clean, so clean. Everyone in there is so nice.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I guarantee I could spend hours in there trying to figure out what everything is. But yeah, they have just some really great Middle Eastern and Mediterranean type foods.
Wow. Adonis, we are available for sponsorship opportunities.
If anybody knows if they sell shish taouk chicken, please message us.
I'm sure they do.
Shish taouk chicken. Oh my
They have.
Gesundheit. What did you say?
It's a Lebanese. It's like a creamy, garlicky, milky. It's on chicken. It's so, and it just makes it so moist and so good, and it's just got so much flavor. Farm Boy used to sell it, and they stopped.
I would try it, but you're not selling it with milky chicken.
I'm thinking he's talking about a garlic.
Yeah. Oh, like a garlic.
No,
garlic
but
cream.
you'd put a cream sauce on chicken.
Yeah. I'm just giving you a hard time. There's meatballs there too that we love.
Yeah.
Well, they were actually
They're like meat falafels.
They're kibbeh.
Almost. Yeah.
And then we dip them in garlic sauce. Woo! I'm hungry.
It's very good. Very good.
See, we're that owl. See?
Yeah, we
How
are.
can we blame this owl?
We keep going back and buying more, even though we roll ourselves out of
I'm
there.
gonna fall out of a tree and head to Adonis.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there you go. But most owls don't have this problem, so good for her. Yeah, she got some solid hunting skills.
You know who has a problem? Eryka Badu. Remember?
What?
We don't talk about
Wow.
celebrities very often.
Oh, I missed that.
I haven't heard that
on
name.
And on and on and on.
Yeah,
And
I haven't heard that
the
name
king's
No,
forever.
the break
I don't
of
know that
dawn.
song.
That song?
Give me a more famous one.
That's probably her most famous song.
Oh.
Go. Hold on, we can plug it in now.
Oh, that one.
That wasn't fake at all. Anyways, so Eryka Badu, I guess, has been listening to Gwyneth Paltrow too much. I don't know.
Oh, no.
But she wants to sell incense that smell like her used panties.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is not one for a gay man.
No.
Okay.
And it honestly made me puke in my mouth a little bit.
Wow.
So she is.
This must be a joke.
Yeah, for those who don't know, because we might have some younger people listening, those who don't know, Eryka Badu is a singer. She's very artistic and eclectic, and I love Eryka Badu, honestly. She's always had really great music, fun to listen to. But she's got this new revolting project, and she is making incense that smell just like her used underwear out of her used underwear. She's cleverly named them Eryka Badu's Pussy.
Oh.
So here's the backstory. There's a reason she's doing this. Like, Gwyneth Paltrow just put out the vagina smelling candle and was just like, hey, it's my vagina.
Just to get her name back in the news, really.
Exactly. Yeah. But this one, apparently, Eryka Badu's vagina is magical. She says it has magical powers over men.
I think most
They all do.
Yeah.
She says it changes them, though.
Most men.
Here's her quote. She goes, there's an urban legend that my pussy changes men. The men that I fall in love with and fall in love with me change jobs and lives. Well, yeah, you're multi-millionaire, Eryka Badu.
And famous.
Yeah, of course. To make these incense, this is what she did. She took her used panties, cut them up into little pieces, and burns them, and even says that keep the ashes, because the ashes are also part of like the magic that is come from my pussy.
Oh my God.
I can't believe
That's
I said
a lot
pussy so many times.
Yeah, and she ain't talking about a cat. What is the difference between a vagina smelling candle and a used panty candle?
There's a difference between vagina smell and used panty smell, isn't there?
Would used panty be like bloody or like fishy?
No, gross.
Like,
gross.
No, but like,
just because you don't like vaginas, you need to make them out to sound so awful.
Well, they all look like hairy axe wounds, but anyway, you know.
Jeez.
But
gross.
When you say used panty, I'm picturing a grungy girl that didn't shower for a few days, maybe is menstruating in them a little bit, and they smell like fucking gross.
You know you don't just period all
I
over
know,
your
but
panties, right?
if
You grew up with 4 girls in your
Jesus
family.
Christ. But if you're a sicko trying to dirty your panties, you might do everything you can.
Well, I guess at the end of the day, you wear your panties all day to work, and then when you come home, you cut them up and you burn them.
Now, if you and that's the smell?
I guess.
But then that would just smell like burning. Like campfire, wouldn't it? I don't know.
I think the whole point is to release these magical pussy powers into the atmosphere.
My God. Incense sound affordable. We should order some.
I think it's supposed to be like if you are looking for a change in your life, she's willing to share her pussy magic with you.
Okay.
And her pussy powers. So buy some of Eryka Badu's pussy and burn it.
Wow.
And then you might change your job and your life will change.
Poor Eryka. How times have changed for Miss Eryka Badu. She's now doing things like these perverted, like OnlyFans people do. I'm going to cut up my bra and panties and sell it to you 1 inch at a time.
Right? Remember when musicians used to make money selling their music?
Yeah.
Those were the days.
But now you can't. Yeah, nobody pays for music anymore.
It's come to this.
If I could make thousands of dollars off selling my used panties, I would do it in a heartbeat.
I'm sure we've talked about this on the podcast before, but I know like dominatrixes who actually sell their underwear to submissives. Like they spend hundreds of dollars to buy used panties that women have worn.
I guarantee that used panties smell different than punani.
I'm sure. Just as, like, yeah, a used man's underwear would smell different than a clean ball.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you just got out of the shower.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think we should do this. If anybody wants to buy Jenna's panties, they're for sale. Make an offer. She'll sell them to you.
Oh, now we need an OnlyFans page.
Or mine. I'll sell mine too. I will. Yep.
Do you ever wear thongs?
I would if someone wants to pay me to do it.
Okay, there we go. We
Hell
have
yeah.
it.
Hey,
Good
if
for
Eryka Boo, if she can do it, we can do it. We need to start making money off this thing. And people have asked me for merch. I'm like, we don't even have T-shirts. We got to get some T-shirts up in here.
Well, then what we will do is if you do purchase used panties from Jesse and Jenna's Messy Podcast, we will take that money and we will invest it into merch
yeah. So
that
come
aren't
on.
used panties.
Oh, but now people are like, but I'm not a pervert, but I'd wear a T-shirt. Hey, we had one guy that said he wanted a human centipede us, basically.
Ew, Jesse,
so
you mentioned that too many times.
at the same time, I'm proud
Let's
of it.
go on to the next. The next is a nice local story.
We did not take him up on the offer, guys.
Well, actually, the next one also has to do with burning shit.
Yes, and it's local. Here we go to Ottawa, Ontario for a weird news story. You're used to hearing us talk about Texas, Florida, Miami. Welcome home, bitches.
There's a lot of weirdos in Ottawa, too, folks.
Oh, my God. 55-year-old man named Bruce McConville in Ottawa. He's going to court, or he was in court, because he burned $1 million in cash to keep it away from his ex-wife.
What a
Actually
dumbass.
burned $1 million.
Now I know why she dumped him.
Oh, my God. Well, we don't know if he actually burned it because there's no proof. So here's the story. They had a bunch of mutual assets together, a couple houses, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like their divorce was pretty nasty.
I guess.
So they had a court date to divide some of these assets up. When he got there, he said he sold the properties because she left the marital home, and he sold these properties, cashed out the income, and then set the money on fire just to keep it away from him. It was about $1 million in cash. And by the way, they have kids, so he was keeping that money away from his children too.
Did they not have proof from the bank that he had deposited $1 million cash?
Yes. Well, that he withdrew it. So they were able to prove that. The part they can't prove is that he actually burned it. And the judge doesn't believe he did. The judge says, I think you have it in a suitcase under your bed.
No shit.
But you can't prove
Buried in his backyard.
The judge said, quote, how does destroying over $1 million advance your children's best interests? Never mind your wife. Bruce says he did it out of frustration with the divorce. And now he regrets it, but the cash has been burned and there's nothing he can do about it. And he doesn't have a video of it. He doesn't have a picture. He doesn't have any ashes in the backyard.
Bruce is full of shit.
Yeah. So the judge said, you understand this is extremely hard to believe. Bruce got 60 days in jail.
Good, because isn't it illegal to burn money?
Yes, that's why.
It's a federal offense.
He also fined him $2,000 a day that he has to pay to his ex-wife.
Woo!
But
For how long?
we don't have that information.
$2,000 a day. That's more money than
Now-
I don't know, Charlie Sheen's drug habit.
She picked on me in a previous podcast about my heavy breathing. Did you hear that? Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, but if $2,000 a day in alimony doesn't knock the breath out of you,
I would. Yeah, I'd go through a nasty divorce.
Listen, if anybody listening has got money that they want to set fire to,
Sure, we'll help
I
you.
know some podcasters and some internet radio station operators who would love.
I'd do some dirty shit for $2,000
Me
a
too.
day.
Hell yeah.
Here's a picture of the guy. He looks like the type that would do it. But
He looks like he buried the $1 million in his backyard right next to the grave of his ex-wife.
well, yeah.
He looks like a serial killer.
14. Let's see. How long does this? Judge imposed a $2,000 per day fine to be paid directly to his ex-wife. That's $14,000 a week for a man who is long.
What do these people do for a living?
I don't know.
Not podcasting.
But he said, yeah, right, John. $2,000 is going to run up such. So I think this is the plan with the $2,000 a day is the judge is going to look at it. And if he's able to pay her, no problem. He's going to say, oh,
Well, it looks
where are
like
you
you
getting
do
that
have
cash?
money.
Yeah, it looks like you do have the cash. So he can't win, this idiot. don't burn money. So donate it to an orphanage, do something.
Try not to ruin your ex's shit at all.
Yeah, because you know what?
It's so petty.
Yeah. And in time heals all wounds and you'll feel better about yourself.
The only thing that I've never ruined anything, but I've definitely been like, oh, I don't know where your football sweatshirt from high school went.
Yeah, but that's just because you wanted to keep it because it was a nice sweatshirt.
Do you think it's wrong to sleep in an ex's stuff?
Oh,
Yes.
Just sleeping?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I have some stuff from exes that are the comfiest thing ever that I still sleep in, and I'm like, whatever.
But it's from an ex. Why would you want it?
Yeah, but now, like, statute of limitations is worn out. It's been yours longer than it was the ex's. So
Is it weird to sleep in your friend's husband's sweatpants?
No.
are they
No,
still
that's not
married?
weird at all.
Is it Matt?
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
He dressed up as the Grinch for Halloween, and then they were too tight on him. So she's like, "Here, take them. I don't want them." And they're the comfiest thing ever.
No,
so I
that
wear
was
them all
fine
the
because
time.
that was a donation. That
Okay,
was like
good. By the wife too. It was
Yeah.
a donation, by the way.
Now that I know the story, no, generally
Yeah.
that's not weird.
But the ex thing, what's weird to me is when did you start doing that? Like right after the breakup, crying,
I never
eating
gave
ice
it
cream?
back.
But like, when did you start
Right.
wearing it to bed?
That's true. And it's
We
only
don't know.
if it's really, really comfy.
Yeah, or
you know?
cold.
It's not like it still smells like them or anything. I've washed it. And
I
stuff.
don't know. Have you ever done? What's the pettiest thing you've ever done after a breakup? I'm trying to think if I've done anything. I mean,
Well,
I only
this
have
wasn't
one.
a romantic breakup.
What?
I don't even know if I should be saying this. It might be illegal.
Oh, that always precedes a good story.
When I was moving.
Oh, but saying you're going to Toronto to do magic mushrooms is not illegal. Okay, let's go. Go
Well, I
ahead.
won't be driving while I'm doing them.
Sure, go ahead.
When I was
This podcast
in-
is under the category of fiction, by the way.
When I was when I was out in Alabama and I was leaving, my roommate had kicked me out of the house.
Oh no.
And that's why I moved to Florida. And my friend that I was moving in with in Florida had come out to help me pack up to make the drive. And we were leaving, and she's wicked. You think I'm mean and nasty? Mare is like way meaner and nastier than I am. Anyways, as we were leaving before, she saw that my former roommate at the time, had Gatorade in her fridge. And she had Visine in her pocket.
Oh no. I've heard about that. What does that do? Give you the runs, eh?
She
Really?
put Visine in her Gatorade. Oh. It wasn't me that did it, so I can kind of live with a clear conscience. And the woman's still alive, so that makes me feel good too.
Could you even die
Well,
from that?
because I started looking at it and was like, yeah, you could literally give someone poisoning.
Oh, because you just shit
So
all
don't
your
do that.
insides out?
But that was the pettiest thing that I think I've ever done.
Wow.
I almost came close to also slitting the tires of an ex, but I didn't.
Oh, I've come close to that a couple times.
Yeah.
That's funny that Visine could be so bad for you in your digestive system, but it can go in your eyes, no problem.
Right.
Weird, eh?
Clears it all up. Have you
can't-
done anything, Betty?
I'm trying to think.
You haven't had many
No,
breakups,
I haven't
though.
had very many. I've had one big one, and then that was it.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure I did some petty things at that one big one. Like I've withheld the dogs a few times if I've been mad at him, because we share custody, and if I'm mad at him, or this was more like when we first broke up, I'd ignore him so he couldn't see the dogs.
I'd love to do something even better, like cut a hole in like one of every sock. Something like that that's so annoying.
Yeah, but no.
It's not a big deal, but it's just straight up petty. Or go and steal their toilet paper holders.
Oh, that would be annoying. The socks wouldn't work on a straight guy because he'd be like, oh well, and just
Right.
wear two different ones. The toilet paper hole would suck.
No.
Kind of like stealing your handlebars.
What?
Like maybe
Right.
remember you had an ex that stole your handlebars or your cupboard handles.
Thank you.
Sorry, handlebars.
Right. Okay, so
Oh,
this
geez.
poor gas station in Milwaukee might close because there was a porno that was shot in the gas station.
Who's gonna be fired? The gas station.
No, the whole gas station might get closed
Oh,
down.
why?
Yeah.
What?
Well, if you want to keep your job, don't do what this is story.
I've seen some
here.
very sexy porns shot in like garage settings or like mechanics.
Right. But this is like in real time. It's like walking into the Circle K right by your house and shooting a porn movie without any permission or
So it was
closing
like
the set
oh my
or
God.
anything like that.
It was an amateur, so it wasn't like a
Yeah.
porn shoot, like a movie where they got the proper licenses.
No.
It's like if we went in and started. Oh,
A Milwaukee gas station is fighting to keep its business license after an amateur porn star recorded a sex video in the snack aisle.
I guess if we just listened to the headline, John, we would
Right.
have known.
The case is in court right now, and one witness who lives behind the store said the man had nothing on but a bathrobe. Heaven forbid, right? Another witness said, so basically,
So it's like he's shopping at Walmart.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Another witness was like, keep in mind that this was shot right next to the chips and across from the sunflower seeds. They are called spits, though.
Hi-oh.
Yeah.
But
So the man who shot this video and performed in the video, his name is Frederick Allen. You might want to take note of that. While his escapades have gotten him into a lot of legal trouble, it seems to be paying off because he has more than 67,000 subscribers on Pornhub.
Oh.
And his videos have more than 100 million views.
So he's a big deal on Pornhub community is what
That's
it's called.
exactly it. He likes to shoot these things in real life time.
Yep.
But doing the dirty in aisle 2 wasn't what got the most attention. It was what you saw in the background of the video.
Okay.
While the two were banging on the floor, the owner of the gas station that has been a part of this community for like 20 some years
Oh, no.
is seen in the background just watching.
Was he eating spits?
No.
Eating some popcorn?
But he was drooling a bit.
Oh, gross.
No, he was just watching while one of his employees was standing there filming with his phone.
Like some behind the scenes.
Right. Despite all this, the town has rallied around the owner of the gas station saying
good for them.
he's a great guy. And they even started a petition to get his 20-day business license suspension revoked. Frederick Allen doesn't give two flying fucks about this.
Aw.
This was Frederick Allen's the guy who shot it.
Yeah.
He goes, this is his response to the whole fiasco. He goes, I got way worse videos than that. I'm cold with a camera. I've got threesomes at the police station on top of a cop car. I think we've all heard about that one.
Yeah.
And I've got some other wild stuff.
Heard about it. I've seen it.
Right? Do you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's everyone looking up Frederick Allen on Pornhub right now.
Wow. I'm agreeing with the community because this guy probably if somebody offered to have a porn shoot in your house or
Hell yes.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to be involved. You just
Also, it's a shame that in the States they have Circle K and not Quickie. Thanks, I'm here all week.
You know, what about the people in the video? Was it a man and a woman?
It was a man and a woman. Basically,
Okay.
they walked into the store, just went to town.
And
I've been to Milwaukee, and it is boring as shit. So I don't blame the store owner for sitting there watching.
is Milwaukee the place like in the cartoons, Bugs Bunny, when they say Milwaukee, you hear that noise, doo-doo, and see the tumbleweed go by?
No, it's Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They're
Oh.
really good for beer and cheese.
Milwaukee, well, that's where Happy Days was based.
Okay.
Yeah, but for our listeners who are of younger age,
I was going to say before our
Right.
time. I know Happy Days.
we should talk about that's Wisconsin. Milwaukee's Wisconsin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think that 70s show.
They got a.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Wisconsin.
Hello,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
What about so this Frederick Allen guy's in the video and he's shooting, so it must be like
Set it and forget it.
like a one oh
I think.
or was it One Night in Paris?
Or was it a POV?
right.
A point of view
Maybe.
porn video.
But you said the employee was holding the.
Well, he was watching on his own.
That
That's
was-
why the town got really upset, is because when they saw this, and they had actually labeled the porn video as like 38th and 10th line. So everyone knew exactly where it was. And the town was like, this is ridiculous. But what bothered a lot of people, especially the judge, was that the owner did nothing to stop it. He watched it while also letting his employee film.
They were
on his
recording
own.
evidence for when he did call the police finally.
Right.
That would be my defense.
You know what, though? If you're going to watch a porn video in a gas station like that, it's the best place to do it because the owner was standing behind the counter. And in that neighborhood, the counter had a plexiglass block. So, any residue that came squirting at your face, it blocked it.
It's like a splash guard.
It was a splash guard.
That's like I'm thinking of Paparuki. Our last guest was like talking about how he can splash the window and walls behind him. I'm
Right.
like, oh my god.
What did he say? 8.5
skeet,
feet?
8.5
motherfucker.
feet?
Skeet,
Skeet,
skeet.
Yeah. Is that the sound you make?
Skeet,
Skeet,
skeet, skeet, skeet.
Is that
You
what
don't
it
remember?
means?
Yes.
Oh.
I was watching this on Netflix, really great show. It's called The Evolution of Hip Hop. And one of it was about what's called crunk music, which was all that music you heard Lil Jon come out with, where he goes, we weren't making rap. We weren't making good music. It was just stuff you could go into the club to and dance to. He goes, next thing you know, it's in mainstream and there's these, radio stations in predominantly white neighborhoods playing, skeet, skeet.
Yeah.
And not like, X-ray or what's it called? Not like beeping it out. And he laughed. He's like, little do they know, we're singing about ejaculating.
Wow.
Skeet, 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 skeet. Skeet, skeet. Goddamn.
Wow, I never knew that. I mean,
To the window, to the wall.
it makes sense it makes sense. It's
Till the sweat drop down my balls.
Wow.
All these females crawl.
I mean, I get it. But
Yeah.
even the word skeet, like it sounds like
It's a whole journey of ejaculation.
You know what I'm
To the
saying?
window, to the wall, to the sweat drop down my balls.
I'm gonna listen to that on the
All
drive
the way
home.
to the skeet.
See, Newfoundlanders refer to skeets as like the homeless population or bums or skeets.
Oh, or you're shooting skeet.
Yeah.
where you shoot, like
So it's
you've
one of
seen
those
those
words.
rich people things where people go like pull and it shoots out like think of the King of England or whatever.
Yeah.
That shoot and skeet where you go and try to hit those metal plates.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
duck hunt.
I've done that before, believe it or
You
not.
skeeted
In
all over
Gravenhurst,
somewhere.
I have more than once.
You skeeted in Gravenhurst.
It's like the F word. You can use it in so many situations. You know what Wendy Williams was talking about the other day was why suck my dick is such a bad insult.
I say it way too often.
But it's also
and
like,
I don't even have a dick.
But it's also one of the most lovely things somebody could do for you. So why is it like saying suck my dick? If you're mad at someone, you really want them to do an intimate act on you? No. So I don't get it. It's not necessarily degrading, but is that how it's meant to be used? Like if you're going to suck my dick, you're a little bitch or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. This is what Wendy was talking about at her 10 a.m. talk show. No wonder I love her so much. We're
All
not
right.
done. No, we're not done. Excuse me.
Oh,
I
you
have a
still
third
have one
story.
more? Oh, yeah.
Yes, this one's right up your
Sorry, I
alley.
just have to pee. That's why.
Okay. Can you hold it for like
typical,
2 minutes?
Typical.
Okay.
Typical
We're
Jenna.
almost done. Here's some shocking news. According to a new study, men who drive high-status luxury cars are more likely to be bad people.
Oh, big shocker there.
I'm stunned.
Well, why do you think that is, though?
Because they're materialistic. Sometimes people
No fucks to
say
give.
that those people who have lots of money, you would never know they have lots of money.
Say it again.
There's like a whole theory that
Oh.
people who have lots of money, you would never guess they have lots of money because of how they hold themselves.
well,
and,
yeah.
they don't go. I mean, look at Bill Gates. I think he lives in a very modest home,
He dresses like shit.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, within reason. The people that show it off to ad nauseum, like the housewives, then it's like, okay, what do
The
you make it up for?
wealthiest people I've met, I would never
Yeah.
have guessed that they were as wealthy as they were.
That's right. Well, you're right. So they say, quote, the reason they flock to these cars is because their personality traits are associated with the desire to own high status products. So they're pretentious and they associate value with material stuff, which is a very dangerous, slippery slope, right? But here's what they found out. The types of cars specifically are Audis,
Dated.
BMWs,
Dated.
and Mercedes.
Dated.
Really?
All three of them.
She has a type. They said men who own those three types of cars, and we're painting with a broad brush here, fellas. Save your tweets. Audis, BMWs, and Mercedes are, quote, self-centered, argumentative, stubborn, disagreeable, and unempathetic. Does that check? Does that check your box? Who was the cupboard stealer?
He drove a Mercedes.
Ha!
He had two cars, actually, a Mercedes and a Jeep.
Wow. I do think there's a place for high luxury, or what the fuck do you call these?
Luxury.
Yeah, luxury
vehicles.
cars.
Because like if you meet someone with one, it's impressive. Like
Right.
I have a friend who has a BMW. When I first met her, I didn't know how rich she was. She's not as rich as that I thought because of the BMW. So when I met her, I was like, oh my God, like she's got a Beamer. But then I found out that she's in marketing. So that's the reason that she got it, was because she wanted
Sure.
to impress clients and
Sure.
Right.
when she meets new people. And I think it works. First
Yeah.
impressions are everything. And so when you see a high-end car, you're like, oh.
A lot of real estate agents do that too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they live in like a bachelor pad, but they drive a really nice, impressive car because they
Yeah,
take clients out in it.
that's right.
Well, it easily impresses me. I've fallen victim to it many times.
Well, and it is a sign of money because you could always sell the car and then you have money.
Have you ever seen those videos on Facebook too, where it's this guy and he's just like a regular Joe and he walks up to this hot chick and tries talking to her and she won't give him the time of day, all of this. And then all of a sudden, like, valet pulls up and he's got a Lambo. And so he goes to get in the car and all of a sudden the girl's like, oh, actually, like, maybe I will give you my number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's real, though. That really happens.
Yeah, I'd rather you actually be wealthy than
Yeah.
try to pretend that you're wealthy.
Well, and like for men, that's a good advice. Joan Rivers always said, spend your money on you. Like it's better to spend on like a personal trainer and like fixing up your face and drive a beater than have a nice car and look like shit.
You know what also matters too is the kind of person you are on the
Okay,
inside.
whatever. But you know what? You'll like this. The researchers didn't find any connection between women who owned high-end cars and this sort of attitude.
I feel like women are more responsible though with their money.
I think women are just smarter.
So they wouldn't upgrade
Yes.
to that vehicle unless they knew they could.
Yeah.
Whereas men are like, okay, I'll get the vehicle and then I'll get the money. Whereas women
Yeah.
are like, I want the money first and then I'll get
treat
the vehicle.
myself. Yeah.
That'll be my reward.
Yeah, smart.
Also, if you're going to do that whole high-end car thing, if I could offer a little piece of advice, unless you actually bought it from the dealership, like the Mercedes, the BMW, the Audi dealership.
Audi, sorry.
If you bought it from like Bud's Used Cars, take that little license plate cover off because it completely ruins the whole effect.
Yeah.
That you're driving around.
Yeah, I don't like them at all. Even from the dealerships. Like, I got my car from Myers, and I'm like, I don't want to promote Myers. I'm taking that shit off.
And they're illegal, FYI. I got a
really?
Yeah, I got a warning. I got pulled over for having the frame around my plate.
Get out.
You cannot, if it covers any of the lettering on the license plate
that's
at all.
why. Yeah.
And the dealerships don't care. They just want to market.
Yeah, I don't like that. At least ask me first. I don't know.
Oh, I will not accept a car if you have the dealer sticker on it. Nope. I'm not advertising you.
Regardless what anyone says, I'll still be sucker to a man who drives a Mercedes, who drives an Audi, or who drives a BMW.
Well, you know what they say, Jenna Mo, beggars can't be choosers.
Amen. Honestly, though, I've dated a man who's driven every single one of those vehicles, and
That's so funny. I have not.
All of them were douchebags.
That's my next criteria.
Except for the BMW. The
What?
only guys I've dated with BMWs, actually, never mind. The last one I dated, the one that ghosted me, he drove a fucking BMW. I'm telling ya. I was like, start smacking him. This is the German blood right
I'm
here.
not him. Like,
Right?
Poor Jesse's bearing the brunt of this.
I hate it because I like all those three cars. Although out of the three, I would definitely pick a Mercedes over any other.
But isn't what's the order of like the hierarchy? Mercedes is the most.
I would say.
I think it depends on who you are.
But like, isn't BMW kind of attainable for even the
No,
average
no,
Joe?
because there's different levels of BMWs.
Oh.
There's different levels of every vehicle.
It is if you
right?
go to Bud's Used Cars.
Yeah.
I wonder what a guy who drives a Tesla is going to be like.
Nerdy.
That's okay. I'll take nerd these days.
Sometimes,
Nerds won't leave you.
and sometimes they got big old dicks and know how to use them.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And a whole lot of spare time. Oh my gosh.
I guess that's
Got
it.
2 more episodes to record after this.
What do you mean? We're live.
Oh yeah, sorry. Live.
Way to ruin the fantasy.
All right.
Monday, Wednesday,
Cheers.
Friday.
I gotta pee.
Okay. Cheers.